Gangi. I'm in charge of communication and press office of ANFIA, the Italian Association of the Automotive Industry. Welcome to the webinar of today. ANFIA is one of the 11 partners of SURE5.0 project, a European project funded by European Commission within Horizon Europe program. The SURE5.0 project aims to support SMEs coming from three different industrial ecosystems that are mobility, transportation and automotive, aerospace and electronics, to advance in their digital transformation while becoming more sustainable, resilient and human-centric. The project lasts 3 years and started in 2022, so we are almost at the end of the project. And today, the event of today will highlight 3 real-world successes of 3 companies that participated in the SURE5.0 initiative. These companies will present us the objectives and the results of the new solutions they propose within SURE5.0 project, participating to one of the 2 acceleration programs of the project. Each acceleration program is structured in 2 sequential phases approach. The phase 1 is focused on assessment and recommendations referred to the solution proposed by the applying SMEs, and the second one on the actual implementation of Industry 5.0 transition plan. So you will gain some practical insights into the future of Industry 5.0 in the sectors covered by the project. The first speech will be given by Nuno Duro, the Managing Director of Bluecover Technologies, who will discuss how AI computer vision services have revolutionized efficiencies, operational efficiencies, and transformed business outcomes. And he will present how the experience on board the SURE5.0 project also impacted on competencies and technical specialization of the company. Bluecover Technologies is a company specialized in geolocation services that provides solutions to aerospace, surveillance, and entertainment industries based on the real-time tracking technology. Then we will have a second speaker, Violeta Damjanovic-Behrendt, CEO and CTO at GreenTwin. She will share insights on digital product passports and outline how to critically assess materials, addressing the key risks in today's global market. GreenTwin is a deep tech startup that creates digital B2B solutions for resilient and circular supply chain management. Finally, the third speech will be given by Günter Winkler, CEO at Ottronic. He will provide an in-depth look at how high-mix, low-volume manufacturing can successfully adapt to Industry 5.0 principles, focusing on high-performance drive production. Ottronic indeed is active in the fields of electronics and high-performance drives, and its products are used in dental, medical, and industrial applications. So before starting, I'll only remind you that the recording of this webinar will be available in a few days on sureproject.eu website. And then at the end of the webinar, we will have about 10 minutes for a Q&A session. So if you have some questions, please put them into the chat and we will deal with them at the end of the presentations. But now let's start. So let's start with the first speaker. Please, Mr. Duro, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miriam. Okay, as Miriam presented, I'm Nuno Duro, I'm Managing Director of Bluecover. We have participated on SURE Acceleration Program 1. I'm reporting here, I'm presenting here our experience for in particular for phase 2 implementation. I will talk briefly about the company background, then I'll pick the objectives of the project, the SURE5.0 project, the results, and finally I will make some conclusions. So we are a company specialized in geolocation services. We have been developing several projects since our foundation. Okay, our first product was in 2015. It has already almost 9 years old, but it's still running. It's reaching, I would say, 1 million users in the coming years. Then we have some products about sports, a product about controlling kick scooters remotely, and a product for monitoring the GNSS signal in airports. In the last year and this year, we have been working on a product called Vision Surveyor, which is the subject of our process improvement with SURE 5.0. We are focused on this product for this implementation. Basically, he has a camera with our own electronics that captures pictures on a vehicle. And we have a cloud-based object detection and a georeference of the objects that have been detected. So the product performs automatic surveys and mapping of objects for smart cities and transportation. For this project, we are focused on 2 activities. One was to improve our modeling process, AI modeling processes. We have some modeling process, but was not very flexible. This is something that we wish to do, I mean, on the project, and we want to improve also the stability and efficiency of our camera solution. That's the 2 transformation activities that we planned. For doing this implementation, and because we have a short budget for implementing this phase 2, we have broken the specification in small parts. We have consulted about 10 to 15 subcontractors, and finally we went with an implementation with 5 subcontractors, those 5 that are here on the bottom, together with internal effort to put the project to make this transformation execution. The first activity is about improving the AI infrastructure. We have developed a new tool called ViaNotate tool. This tool aims to do image annotation and classification. The existing tools are not so flexible to us for merging data sets, merging models, and that's why we decided to go with our own tool. Also, this tool allows to receive feedback from the users and customers to improve the model. So basically, it's a generic tool like doing a login. We have several projects associated, and we have a set of image gallery, and you can classify and define classes on the images for training the AI. You also can do augmentation, rotate the image, apply some transformations, I mean, to simulate things like rain or fog. At the end, you can export for doing AI training and also receive user feedback for improving the modeling. The other activity that we have run in parallel was about reducing the hardware dependency. We have some energy models that were highly dependent on a supplier, and from time to time they run off of stock. So this is something we have in mind, I mean, to do our own energy model and reduce this dependency from these external providers. Also improve the consumption and extend the battery lifetime. So we subcontract a company for doing the schematics, the layout, and then the electronics. Of course, we have already in mind all the requirements for doing that. The third activity is about consolidation. We pick the new model, we pick the Annotate tool, and we test it. We test it in Lisbon area, in about 80 kilometers long, already with the new PCB model. And we asked the subcontractor also to do some user evaluation. I mean, is this detection good? Is a false detection? Is a missing detection? And then provide feedback to our tool. I mean, at the end of these two surveys, we improved a lot. I mean, I don't have figures here, but we improved a lot our accuracy detection after receiving this feedback. So basically, as a result, we have a couple of products for doing AI training, vision computing training, and we have a new product, this Annotate product for doing annotations on images. And we have this new model for our own camera, which has better precision than mobile devices, but we also work with mobile devices with our customers. I'm going to, this is the process flow about reaching more flexibility. Basically, there's a main flow where we do where the customer or the user do the acquisition of data, then go through the cloud for doing object detection, geolocation, and then you see the results on our platform for mapping. This platform, you can provide feedback for the training in producing a new model. Also, the new images can produce a new model. So we are having some flexibility that I'm going to demonstrate on the following use cases. This is a model that we have done previously to the SURE project. It's about 22 kilometers. We detect such as 78 crosswalk information, and at the end we got all these traffic sign signals across the roads. We export this training data set to our tool and then export it again and demonstrate that our Annotate tool can handle this previous model and generate a new model. So besides detecting traffic signs, we can detect car plates and do anonymization of these registration plates. What we are working now is about detecting degradation in traffic signs. Another model that we already done with Annotate to demonstrate, it's about detecting cracks on the pavement. Basically, we have done it after, at the end of the SURE5 implementation project. It's clearly a new model, all done from scratch on Annotate. On this road, I mean, the company in charge is very care and it do a lot of repairs, so we don't detect much cracks. We detect mainly repairs on the road. Although there are some longitudinal cracks detected over here. There's some interesting issues about false detection on the bridge. It's a crack on the bridge that I mean the model detects as a false detection. This is other examples about already work that have been done with Annotate. So this is a model for detecting electrical poles, and this is a model for detecting recycle bins. For these electrical poles, I mean, you can see that we on this 15 kilometers road, we detected 332 objects on it. Finally, what we are working now is about detecting animals on roads, detecting animals and also detecting debris. This is something that we are going to initiate also with the Annotate tool. Okay, as a conclusion, I can say that, I mean, our internal process were definitely improved, I mean, with the inputs of our subcontractors. I mean, because we talked with a lot of subcontractors, about 10 for getting proposals. So we harmonized, requirements. And then, I mean, the experience also of the subcontracting activities bring us some very interesting benefits. Okay. About the annotation tool, it is clear to us that it can give us now more flexibility. And we are exploring new opportunities, in health sector with this tool. For the PCB model, I didn't talk much about it, but it's more stable. At least, I mean, you have seen some tracks that the camera took all the tracks without losing any picture, any image. And the training, I mean, they have a good impact in our team motivation. I mean, our team was quite motivated with this project in general. Okay, as an opportunity for leverage Viannotate, this is something that came out on the last month. This is a company that is doing detection of meals by care services. At what time did they took lunch, at what time they took breakfast, or even detecting if there's a risk of going down. And this company, it's a startup company, face the same problem as ours. I mean, the existing tools are not so flexible for working, and they are currently evaluating to use Viannotate, I mean, our tool for doing image annotations, and even doing some improvements on the tool. Okay, so that's all I have to you. I mean, if you are interested on the project, just give me a contact for info@bluecover.pt. Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you. Thank you, Nuno, for the interesting presentation and the interesting results of this experience within SURE5.0 project. So now let's switch to the second speaker, Violeta Damjanovic-Behrendt, CEO and the CTO of GreenTwin, who will talk about digital product passports. So Violeta, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. So I would also like to tell maybe at the beginning before presentation that this participation in this cascading open call was a fantastic experience for us, because we enjoyed all the learning materials that you provided, but we also enjoy collaborating with our mentor, your partner from Spain. And a part of everything, we at the end enjoy finding the service provider. It was totally new experience for us, new company, and I think we just did very good results at the end, and this was the reason why I'm really very happy to present that today to you. We are GreenTwin GmbH. We are a startup still, established in January 22, and practically in 2 months we will celebrate 3 years. Okay, so within this acceleration program, that was 6 months, and we joined in January 15, and we were finished practically in mid of July. Our task was to work on digital product passport, and specifically we were focused on critical raw materials, because we wanted to use methods to assess material criticality in products at risk, and to use digital product passport as a service, as a technology to actually do this assessment. And this was planned to be practically one part of a chain of tools that we are developing at GreenTwin. And these are mainly tools related and services related to digital collaborative B2B platforms for supply chain resilience and also circularity. Our service provider was Logic Dev from Graz. We met with them through SURE5.0 for the first time, and we really enjoyed the entire collaboration. So the objective was to look how we can actually increase resilience of supply chains by, let's say, 90%. Then we had 4 small objectives. And what was very important for us is to create sort of system that can provide faster decision making, but also critical raw material management effectiveness to increase by 70%, to reduce the use of critical raw materials by using technology as digital product passport. And also we were thinking of material scrap reduction, but this part was not really implemented. So the focus was absolutely on digital product passport and developing expert system for assessment of criticality of critical raw materials, let's say. So this was the sort of use case where we had a manufacturing SME, and they said their needs are to have real-time updates on the availability and sourcing of critical raw materials contained in the products that they are remanufacturing or manufacturing. Then they wanted to facilitate collaboration with suppliers and other stakeholders involved in the sourcing, manufacturing, usage, and recycling of products with critical raw materials. This collaboration is very important for resilience. And this was also our human centricity aspect of the services that we developed. And also the third need was to assess information about the critical raw materials in the products that they are manufacturing. And there was something very, very important for us during the SURE participation in the acceleration program, and that was that we actually made the the right mentor, because we got a very good lead and ideas how to let's say use the material that is already existing at European Commission. For example, European Commission has a system which is about critical raw materials, and there was also some study that we received as advice. This was a study about forecast study about criticality of raw materials, and that was the basis for building expert system in a background of digital product passport. So with Logic Dev from Graz, our service provider, we had a long discussion actually how we can come to information about these critical raw materials, information about products, how to extract that, and how to proceed working together, because it was totally new experience for both of us. And we found interesting solutions. They actually developed, on this screen you can see they developed mobile application which is used to scan products, and then based on these scan products, they actually can identify product, they identify materials within the product, and do sort of analytics on the time scale. What was done by their application. And for materials, they used European Commission information system about critical raw materials. And then they streamed this data to us. So we received this data as JSON, in JSON format, and we then used this data within our platform. This was very small prototype platform that we developed during the SURE project, and this was about, for example, user has information about products, and then products are linked to materials, and then these materials are linked further to critical raw materials and to expert system that was actually telling what is suggesting how to proceed and if there is anything that should be preserved of critical raw materials within the product. Because this today webinar is actually about how we're using products that we developed and knowledge that we developed and gained during the accelerator program, is that we actually decided, because this is one of our free platforms, we have our commercial platform, but I decided to use this Rescue GreenTwin app, which is free for SMEs by the end of 2026 platform. So we developed a platform for supply chain resilience, and this is still in process. But we have, for example, different stakeholders, SMEs, then suppliers, logistic providers, tech-savvy companies, and also tech innovators. And when they come to the dashboard, for example, then they have some confidential zone where they're putting details about their public goods inventory, practically, about services, and also some news for collaboration. And what we are doing, we are integrating this expert system that was developed in SURE project to be part of this platform, which is free. And I would also like to invite everyone who's interested to try how it works. So here is the link to try it out. But the simple version of the expert system will be part of the rescue platform, and for our commercial system, we are actually connecting that further with Earth observation data in order to practically follow from origin of the critical raw materials, and also to analyze data in the context of entire supply chain, and also some risk management in order to come to more resilient supply chain. So this was our work. We are really very, very happy to that we were one of selected companies to join the accelerator program. It helped us a lot in the context of thinking about these three pillars, not just resilience, but also circularity and also human centricity, which is very important, especially for resilience because of collaboration. I would like to invite everyone to try our free platform on this Rescue GreenTwin app. Here is also our website. As I said, we are still a startup. We plan to use Earth observation and space downstream technologies seriously. And here is our company LinkedIn. If you would like to see what we're doing, you're really welcome to follow us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Violeta, for sharing your experience on board the SURE 5.0 project, and for the words you spent at the beginning, testing the goodness of the project. We are very pleased to hear that. So now let's move to the third and last speaker, who is Günter Winkler, CEO of Ottronic, and will explain how to transform the low volume, high mix manufacturing of high performance drives to Industry 5.0. So please, Günter, the floor is yours.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, Miriam, for the introduction already. I'm also very pleased to be part of this very nice event, and that we as Ottronic, as a SMA, had the chance to and still participate at this SURE as we are in the middle of the implementation phase. Our topic was to transform the low volume high mix manufacturing of our high performance drive production to Industry 5.0's vision and ideas. Yeah, we had a partner in this project, which is from Graz, from Austria, which is Pretty Future. And I will give you some insights into our work, and yeah, starting with a short introduction of Ottronic E-Systems, what we are doing, and why there is certain challenges in our work, yes, as we are mainly in this high mixed low volume area located due to our applications. I will give you some insights into the use cases that we looked into within the SURE5.0 and still implementing, and give you a short outlook what will come. Well, Ottronic E-Systems, we are not really a startup anymore, as we are in the industry since more than 35 years. We are specialists in the development and also the production of special electronics and high performance drives with special differentiation, which is harsh environments. Our competence in polymer technology and material characterization in combination with electronic and e-drive competence makes us quite a good partner in the topic harsh environments, as we are we have a patented production process for the encapsulation of electronics and e-drives, even active components like batteries, and we bring this into medical industrial applications, which are not off-the-shelf applications. One example is in the dental industry, medtech dental industry. There we bring our electronics and drives into the autoclave there on very high temperatures and saturated steam. The electronics and drives are sterilized, and we make it that robust with our encapsulation that it resisted. There is several other applications that we name harsh environment. Yeah, and for this, yeah, the drives that we were looking into, they are that special that we do not have high automation rates here. It's more a lot of manual operation there in our production. That's why we had to look into that. Yeah, but the challenge is a little bit more afterwards. What else do we do? We are helping our clients in the very early stage in the product development with engineering and software, embedded software solutions, and finally we're doing and also the industrialization and the production of electronics and drives. Within the SURE5.0 project, we were looking into three main production challenges that we are facing. Most of the low volume products that we are producing in our facilities are carried out manually. Yeah, that means we need very much highly skilled people with a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge. Yeah, it's repetitive and monotonous, so that's why that's also things that are not very much promoting the learning in this case. And our process documentation was very much analog, yeah, on sheets, yeah, or on folders. So the tracking and traceability, so the digitalization and the monitoring and recording of key performance indicators was very complex and difficult. Yeah. So this is the whole situation in which we were starting the SURE 5.0 project. The idea that we were generating is to, due to the fact that a fully automated production line is much too cost intensive for the low volume products, we wanted to implement a low cost intelligent automation approach, which is very much human centered, smart and digital, and Pro2Future in this case was helping us with the implementation of this. I'll give you some examples of this low-cost intelligent automation with some application use cases. What you can see here is our winding manufacturing, or a winding of one of our stators that are finally then become a drive of a dental drill, for example. Yeah? The raw product here after the first production process is a winding which is has a straight shape, yeah, and should be within certain tolerances. You can see on the left picture that the size of this winding is quite small, yeah, so it's quite complex to produce it. We have there for sure certain adaptations that are helping our manufacturing stuff, but failures like this that is displayed here with the red cross here are finally resulting then into quality problems in the further production steps. Yeah? What we were then developing within the SURE 5.0 project was inline digital quality control via object detection. Yeah, you have some certain boundaries and some certain acceptance criteria, and with this inline quality control, we can already at the very early stage of the production see if the part is within tolerance and will make further problems or not. Yeah, it's quite a low cost version of a quality detection system, I would say. Yeah, and it will help us a lot, yeah, to reduce further costs in the production line. In the stator assembly, which is the use case 2, we can see that the insertion of the windings into the stator housing, which you can see on the left side, is quite a critical process and was not really nicely described in the past. So only very much skilled and experienced persons in the manufactory were able to do that. You can see that yeah, the size is quite a big problem, and you need to bring these windings in a certain rotation into the stator magnets. Yeah, and if you have here not the right array or rotational angle of the windings, the quality of the final product will not meet. Yeah. Again, here we were working on the one hand a clear definition and also an analysis of the actual situation. How can we visualize it also for for the manufacturing staff what they are doing, and maybe bring it then also to someone who was not so much experienced within clear work instructions. And we were also here working on the implementation of inline quality control to visualize here if the position of the windings within the stator magnets are correct. Also here, the cost for the quality control is quite okay, and the cost to effect ratio was really very nice. Yeah. Let me give you a short outlook what is coming next and what we have carried out already. So we were working, and the colleagues from Pro to Future were working with our employees quite a lot. Yeah, we understand now the processes and also the quality gates and also the reasons why we are facing also quality issues much more. The ideas were generated. We have developed already the concept, and also the proof of concept was developed. The implementation phase, which is currently in progress, will help us then now also to build up demonstrators, implement them into our production line, and evaluate finally with measurable, with KPIs, the benefits that we finally have generated within this project. So the number of quality issues within the production line, maybe also how many additional people can work here with the work instruction and so on. All right, this brings me already to the end. Thank you very much for your attention. If there is any questions, I'm very happy to answer them.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Günter, for the interesting presentation again and the results you explained. There are some questions, so let's read them. The first question is for Mr. Nuno Duro, and is how your technology resonates with Industry 5.0 principles.
All the transformations that we have implemented, they are aligned, I mean, with the principles of Industry 5.0. For the modeling, for improving the modeling, we want to provide more human centricity on the tool, because we want to collect feedback, and also we want to have more resilience, I mean, for the modeling tool, I mean, in terms of flexibility. For the PCB also, I mean, for improving the PCB is also a question of improving resilience. At the end, I mean, looking to Industry 5.0, I mean, our use cases are the best example for use cases. I mean, the application of the technology is the best example to fit on Industry 5.0. If you look for this animal detection on roads, it's a question about improving biodiversity and improving the sustainability of the environment in general for the operators. That's a good use case for Industry 4.0.
Thank you. Okay, now you can hear me. There is another question, this time for Günter Winkler. The project presented seems to be lean related. Why do you think it is Industry 5.0 related?
Yeah, I think a lean process, the lean process itself is anyway something that can also be found in a lot of Industry 5.0 applications. And in our case, we wanted to bring the human centricity and the digitalization and also quality control, quantifiable quality together. You can someone could say this is also something that Lean is addressing, but finally I think human centricity and digitalization is very much what Industry 5.0 is about. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer. Also focus on the benefits you gained from your participation to SURE 5.0 project. So it should be useful if each one of you can summarize in a few words which were the most important benefits he gained from the participation to the project. So let's start with Violeta that didn't have questions. So.
Oh, yeah. I actually had a question, but I answered the question. I typed the question. The question was about, from Michael Rada, it was about Objective 4 that I mentioned that we actually didn't really focus on. Objective 4, that was about this reduction of material waste, because we just didn't have partner who can give us data about that, and that was also 6 months project. So we didn't look at material waste really. So I answered that question. I hope Michael is happy with that. Regarding your question about what was very useful for us, I mean, everything was super useful. All program, that learning program that you organized on Paroku, I think is the name of the platform. That was very interesting. I follow all webinars, but also something about social skills and estimation that we received from Initiativa. I think it was also very, very useful for us, and something new. We didn't have experiences with that in previous programs or projects. And work-wise, the most important thing for us was to meet our mentor, actually. And that was Ayman, to name them. And we learned a lot. We first have very aligned interest, and that was impressive for me. And then on top of everything, because Ayman is very much involved in European projects, then we got some very good advices, actually, what is actual in the area of critical sectors in Europe, and also critical materials in Europe, and what exists already, what is done already by Joint Research Center of European Commission. So that was absolutely mind-shaping advices that we received from Ayman and Ignacio. And I really appreciate that. So from my side, big thank you to the whole team, and specifically to our member. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Violeta, for your appreciation. We are very pleased of that, to hear that. So before passing to another speaker to illustrate the benefits of the project, I'll only remind to the participants that the recording of this webinar will be available on sureproject.eu website in a few days. Someone was asking about the recording of the webinar. So now, Günter, if you want to summarize briefly the concrete benefits of this participation to SURE 5.0 project, please.
Yeah, I can also say that for us as a small company, which is really trying to digitalize and to modernize our production facility and the way how we are approaching challenges. projects, programs like SURE5.0 are happening a lot. Yeah, not only because of financial support, but also we can use, or we were able to use here external partners with a lot of experience in these transformation phases. Yeah. Which were guiding us. Yeah. So we internally had the experience, but it's always good to have someone from external to have a different view on things that were done already since 20, 30 years. Yeah. And you need this external input to really be able to make big steps forward. Yeah. And in this case, the program was really helping us to start and also to implement things like this, and therefore we are quite pleased to were awarded to be part of this program. Eh?
Okay, thank you very much. So now, Nuno, if you want to conclude this part, illustrating the benefits for your company.
Thank you. I think I've already talked a bit in the last slide of my presentation, but just to remind, I mean, the technology assessment was quite important for us to validate the requirements. The feedback we received there was useful. I mean, shall we go forward with these technology activities? What shall we change? I mean, this technology assessment was good. Then the major benefit is the interaction with the service providers. I mean, the financial support that gave us to interact with several service providers, provide us feedback for the internal process. The training was useful, but in our case, they come very late, because most of the training came about May, and it is on the last 2 months of the project. What was interesting, I mean, for this second acceleration program, you guys may have the training from the beginning, and you can fit, I mean, your requirements also with the training. That's the only drawback that I found on the problem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much also for your suggestions. So now I think we are perfectly on time for closing the webinar. So thank you very much to all our speakers for the precious contribution they give today to understand better what participating in this project meant. And thanks to all the participants for being here. Let's see each other for the next webinar of SURE 5.0 project. Bye-bye.